Bonafide Hustler here, and today I'm going to show you 6 thrifted or garage sale items that you should be looking out for. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from the inside of my office. Today I'm going to show you 6 items that you can find at garage sales, thrift stores, and you can start flipping these things for cash. Also get the free guide at bonafidehustler.com. It's a pretty cool site. Kind of retro themed, you let me know. But yeah, let's get right to the finds. Okay, so you might see this in an upcoming video or maybe a video that already aired, but anyway, you know, a little bit closer look at these Birkenstocks. Yeah, when I find stuff like this, especially when it's mint or new, you know, I get really excited. I believe I paid up for these. I paid around 20 bucks for these, but these are also the J.Crew, you know, model, which is nice. Pebbled leather as well. So, you know, pay close attention when you deal with these Birkenstock thong type sandals, because there could be shiny material here, there could be, sometimes it's not even leather, for example. But yeah, we got pebbled leather on these right here, which is a nice, you know, classy, kind of sophisticated look. Well, I don't know about sophisticated, let's be honest. But they are in really good condition. You can tell the cork is real good because it's nice and shiny, as you can see. $20 sandal like this has resale of, you know, 75 or more. It's probably gonna sell for around 80, I would guess. But that's pretty good. I'm gonna definitely wanna get this in a USPS shoebox, so you can get that free at USPS.com, and I'm gonna invert it like this and put it in the shoebox. Really good condition, I mean, new, without tags. So yeah, don't pass up on stuff like this. And Birkenstocks, when it comes to cork sandals, is definitely the pinnacle of cork sandals. So yeah, you can tell the condition of cork as well. I mean, obviously you can look at the sole, and they can be resoled later on, but the cork should be nice and shiny if it's mint or if it's new. I just realized this free chair is like squeaking a little bit. That's not good, but I think my older chair squeaked too. It's kind of annoying. Dog, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there he is. All right, find number 2 came from a garage sale, it was $1. It'll probably sell for around 25, maybe 30 on Amazon, I would think. We got a Sidewinder new. Now this is not really a special kind of controller or anything like that, but it should pique your interest because, you know, controllers that are sealed in their packages, you should be definitely scanning those things, especially if they're more aviation style or simulator style of any sort. Then yeah, you're gonna wanna look at those. And of course, controllers that have a steering wheel plus the pedals, whether it be a Thrustmaster or one from Xbox 360 or anything like that, you should be looking up those things as well, because they have really good resale. Typically, if you can find like the steering wheel and the pedals, or in the case of a, you know, aviation simulator, if you can get the throttle and the yoke and the rudder pedals, then yeah, you're doing pretty good. But here we have a simple controller that's used for adventure games and kind of like 3D games from probably the early 2000s or maybe late 90s. It's nothing crazy in the resale. While I thought it was gonna be probably closer to 50 bucks or 40 bucks, it's really around 28, maybe $30. But it's okay for $1, and my target will be Amazon for this. If not Amazon, it'll be eBay for around 25, 30 bucks. And I'll get it out of here. The next find was at a garage sale. I think it was $1, maybe $2. I'm not 100% sure, because what I do with these is very interesting. Basically, I get these things and I lot them up and I put them on eBay. I, you know, will pick these things up. Here's one that says $1 on it, right? It's probably a little bit older than that generation. It needs to be cleaned, but it'll probably work just fine. And then we have some more current day ones right here that I think is the solid state drive in there. And this is definitely the solid state drive in this one. But old iPods are really cool things that you can lot up, put them on eBay. Don't ever let go of an iPod cord. Keep one around, and you can just, you know, lay them out on your desk, and you can charge them in series. So once one is charged up, you just put the cord to the next one and go far down the line. And then when it comes time to taking your pictures, have a non-distracting background, turn them all on at once, and you can put terms in your description like, they all seem to turn on, they scroll through the menus, which everyone should know how to go through menus. And then you can just say disclaimers like, don't know how long the battery will last or anything like that, but these are basically, you know, turning on. So very important. Now you can take the ones that don't turn on, you can put those in a lot as well, but I typically will only make a lot for the working ones where the screen turns on. Yeah, but I got a bunch of these. There's just like random ones all up in this drawer. So when I get to about 6 to 10 of them, then I'll make the listing for it, and the listing will almost always be over $100, like all day. I'll be really honest with you, like I don't think there's gonna be 6 items on this haul. There's probably gonna be more, so make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get all the awesome content that I will drop. I'm gonna show you a thrift find that I found last week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday last week. So here, We have a Bing Don J.Crew bag. This is pretty cool. Most people will probably look right past this thing. This bag, when you put a pillow in it, and I say that because when you list these bags that are like this, kind of floppy-ish and have no structure to them, put a pillow inside or a bunch of bubble wrap or something. Get this thing, looking like an actual bag before you shoot your pictures. Take approximate dimensions. Luckily, this one had a model name inside of it, but yeah, it's a really awesome, kind of like a waxed cotton J.Crew, a Bing Don bag. It's probably worth about $100, and I got into this one for, was it 10 bucks or so? Something like that. Really nice bag. Also has a shoulder strap, so that's definitely an important keyword that you're gonna wanna put in. So for instance, when I'm making a listing for this bag and I wanna make maximum profit, I'm gonna put the brand J.Crew. I'm gonna try to describe the colors. So we have a kind of khaki, navy blue leather. We have some leather accents as well. Shoulder strap, very important to put shoulder in there. Weekender, a really good term that you can use for kind of bigger style duffel bags that are slung over the shoulder, where you can kind of see someone putting clothes in for a weekend and just hopping on a little train or spaceship or Prius, which is basically a spaceship. But yeah, weekender is a really strong term when you have neat bags like this. On a recent video, I showed that I picked up this phone in the wild for, I think it was $5, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought this thing was gonna be a $40 sale, and probably in my booth, 40 bucks is reasonable. But the thing is, this actual phone in this colorway is worth closer to around $70 to $100 on eBay. So that's where it's gonna find its way down to eBay. Should be really easy to box this thing up. Rotary telephone, made by Western Electric / Bell. Yeah, this is right about when I was super young. These things were getting phased out of homes, but they're pretty neat. Untested, very important term I want to put in there because I haven't tested it. And who the hell has a phone line these days? Not this guy, and not the dog that walked by either earlier. He has no access to any phone. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make a listing for this thing. But you have to remember and test it, because you don't want someone thinking like when they buy it, it's automatically gonna work. Because a lot of people and I find that a lot of people that buy stuff like this, whether it be for my booth or on eBay or something like that, some of these people are buying it for movie props, like to be on a set somewhere. So, if it looks interesting, it could be a vintage typewriter or something that has a really cool color to it. Maybe it's a bright red or seafoam green or this kind of color. Just remember, there are people out there making short films, big films, that are looking on places like eBay and Etsy and going to antique malls looking for stuff for the movie set. And so things like this can command some pretty big money. All right, all the attachments are down there. This was $35 at a garage sale. This needs no explanation because this is a mixer, and it's the best mixer possible. Kind of like the best blender is a Vitamix. If you're a Team Ninja, a Vitamix is better. Let's just face it. But yeah, this is a very, very strong machine. It's very heavy. If you want to lift weights before you sell it, you could probably build a Popeye bicep or two. It's got all the attachments. It was at a garage sale in an upscale neighborhood. All the attachments are in a bag. So when I see something like that, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's pretty much complete. So yeah, this has got resale for about 150 bucks. It was $35 or something like that. And this chair is still squeaking. Oh my God. Next find is something I found at the garage sale for $5. It's big. It's probably worth, it's not that. It's probably worth about $80 to $100 if I put it on eBay, but the shipping would be pretty monstrous. So yeah, $5 here, the sticker's still on it. This is a really big wood bowl carved out of one piece of wood. If you're thinking like, wow, that's kind of stupid, and I think it's kind of stupid too, but this actually goes into multiple avenues. So this can go in my booth while I list it on eBay, for example. Or it could just solely go in my antique booth and I could sell it for around 60 plus, maybe closer to 100, honestly. This thing is very, very heavy and it's very big. I could probably fit my entire ego in here, but I think we're gonna need a bigger bowl. But yeah, you can put stuff like this on eBay, and if you look at these kind of, it's almost live edge wood bowl hammer, almost like a hammer finish on top, nicely lacquered. You'll find that people pay some good money for wood bowls, and we have definitely a kind of like a live edge right here on the bottom of it. You can kind of see it's kind of live. It's not sanded down in any way possible. Yeah, pretty cool thing. That would suck if it had termites and all the termites went to my house and destroyed it, but I don't see any termites. Smells pretty good. I think this is a winner. I don't know what people would even put in this bowl, although let's face it, on a Sunday and it's raining outside and you have your favorite cereal and some milk, I think we can find a use for this bowl. Okay, now it's time for the video where I'm gonna show you two things that I'm gonna keep. Now, I could resell these things. Well, I could resell one for sure for probably 30 bucks or so. I think it's a really strong piece of clothing. The other one is just something that's cool. I'm gonna rip the sleeves off. Actually, I might rip the sleeves off of both of them. And I'm not talking cutting them with a scissors either. I'm just gonna, and then poof, off go the sleeves. Just kidding. Partially. But yeah, they're two shirts. And you're gonna see this on the video coming up. But anyways, here's one. I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like, how do I say it? I don't think this is the right thing. It's a play on words, I guess. Double meaning. Check this out. All right. Is this just fresh or what? First of all, it's kind of like a little bit tie-dye-ish. Reminds me a little bit of those red dirt shirts that you get in like Arizona. But check it out. It's an Apache with an Apache. If that doesn't deserve a like on this video, I don't know what does. Well, actually the next shirt will probably deserve a like, but an Apache with an Apache, that is just rad. Come on, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna flex the sleeves off and I'm gonna keep that one. It's rad. Oh, ooh, man, that's cool. I actually just threw it straight into the bowl and it landed perfectly in it. None of it spilled out. Perhaps my keeper find that I like a lot, and the story behind it is, I saw this shirt about 6 weeks ago downtown, South Congress Avenue. You know, there's a lot of vendors, and one of the vendors was a vintage t-shirt guy / retro t-shirt guy, and he had racks and racks and racks of this stuff. I don't like buying from resellers per se, but you know, I looked at this shirt, and out of all the shirts, like hundreds of shirts, like I really gravitated towards this one. And then he told me it was 15 bucks, and I was like, I don't feel like buying it. But anyway, so I go to this garage sale like not too long ago, and I see a bunch of t-shirts there, and I see the guy, and I'm like, hey, I make the connection that that's the guy that was on South Congress. Now I'm actually at his house, and clothing racks everywhere. And his clothing racks are all like $1 shirts, and that's where I got the Apache one, so that was like $1, I think, or maybe $2. Anyway, I was like, dude, you're the guy from South Congress. You still have that Atlantis t-shirt? Because I got tons of t-shirts in the garage, but I think I can find it. So he goes in the garage, 5 minutes later he comes out, and he's got the Atlantis t-shirt, and he's gonna sell it to me for 10 bucks this time. So that's pretty cool. So I guess the moral of the story is if you wait 6 weeks, you'll get a huge discount. I'm just kidding. Like, it just happened that this just, you know, that this evolved like that, I guess, you know? All right, so here's the shirt. I think it's really rad. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh, it doesn't do justice. These lights just don't do justice. It's like an aqua, bluish, greenish shirt with a neon Atlantis kind of, you know, word up top, logo, not word, but you know what I'm saying. The font. It's like puff embroidery. Anyway, really cool, and it's got a rocket that is clearly going to garage sales faster than anybody else's rockets, which really, you know, I like space stuff. I like things like this. I like Lockheed Martin shirts. I like things like that. And this one's just really neat. Oh man, this one's cool. So I have a question for you real quick. What's the coolest of the two shirts that I'm gonna keep? Are you an Apache with an Apache kind of guy? Or girl? Or are you an Atlantis kind of guy or gal? Let me know what shirt wins. But guys, I really enjoyed hanging out with you. If you like videos like this, hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below. See you on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it easy. Goodbye! Goodbye! That was awkward.